The Denver Broncos are moving fast, and their latest move is nothing short of brilliant. First up, we've got a major update on JK Dobbins' injury. The star running back says he's feeling strong, he can even do push-ups, and compared his recovery to Wolverine, the superhero who heals at lightning speed. Could this mean he'll be ready to hit the field on Sunday? We're breaking it all down, play by play, in this video. Now, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, share this video with your friends, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Back to the Broncos, let's talk moves. Their first headline-grabbing action, Lil Jordan Humphrey is back in the building. The Broncos signed him from the New York Giants practice squad, and that's a move full of strategy and risk. Any team can sign a player off another team's practice squad, but you have to put them on your 53-man roster. That's why the Giants' social media is buzzing with, "Why did we let this happen?" He's caught touchdowns, made big plays, but the Broncos saw the opportunity and took it. Critics might say, why not go for Jalen Waddle instead? But Humphrey is a proven talent, nasty, aggressive, and an absolute game-changer on the field. His impact goes far beyond just catching passes. Remember the end of last season, when Russell Wilson was benched? Humphrey's effort was off the charts. Every play, he gave it his all. And we've seen it again this year with the Giants and Jackson Dart. That catch against Atlanta? Pure magic. Humphrey can score, he can turn a short pass into a huge gain after the catch, and his chemistry with receivers like Bo Nix is undeniable. But the screen game? That's where he truly shines. His ability to catch screens and make plays against top defenses, like the undefeated Chiefs, is absolutely wild. And don't overlook his blocking. Brandon Perna even called him an underrated blocker, and it's true. Compared to what we had with Trent Sherfield, Humphrey is a major upgrade. Sherfield was a special team standout, but Humphrey brings versatility, power, and that relentless effort that every team dreams of. The screen game has been one of the Broncos' biggest struggles this year, it just hasn't clicked like it did last season. That's why bringing Lil Jordan Humphrey back is such a game-changer. As Brandon Perna pointed out, he could be the difference between a stagnant offense and a dynamic, unstoppable one. Last year, Humphrey was involved in about half of the team's snaps, and there were high hopes that Evan Ingram could fill that role this season. But whether it's injuries or just the march of time, Ingram hasn't reached the ceiling we all hoped for. Humphrey, on the other hand, is a proven, reliable weapon. There was even talk in the offseason about putting on weight and shifting him to tight end, just to maximize his impact. His return opens up the screen game like never before. Pat Bryant has been the Broncos' go-to blocking receiver, but even he gets worn down from the constant grind. With Humphrey in the mix as both a screen master and a strong blocker, the offense gains a whole new dimension. And don't worry about him stealing snaps from Courtland Sutton, Marvin Mims, or Troy Franklin, he's not here to replace anyone. He's here to enhance the offense, taking over snaps previously given to Trent Sherfield and transforming them into productive plays. The impact isn't just on the field, it's in the locker room too. Clarence Sutton calls him "my dog," and it's clear that Humphrey has the respect and love of his teammates, including Sean Payton. His return isn't just a roster move, it's a cultural boost. On the injury front, we've got some good news. Marvin Mims has officially cleared concussion protocol, a huge boost heading into a tough matchup against the Chiefs. And while JK Dobbins hasn't been placed on injured reserve yet, the fact that he isn't there gives hope that he could return sooner than expected, definitely before the 5-week mark that had fans worried. This could be the spark the Broncos need to keep their offense clicking and maintain momentum. Even if JK Dobbins only returns in 3 weeks, that's still a huge boost for the Broncos. Timing couldn't be more perfect. Over a 23-day span, the team has only won game after a stretch where they won 7 games in 39 days. The schedule is shaping up beautifully, a brutal matchup this week against one of the toughest teams of the year, followed by a bye week, and then a banged-up Commanders squad. Everything is lining up in the Broncos' favor. Sean Payton has been raving about rookie RJ Harvey, saying he's built for the long haul and keeps improving every day. Jal McLaughlin is also eager to hit the field, adding depth to the lineup. While there's no news yet on activating Deuce Vaughn from the practice squad, the excitement around Harvey is undeniable. His confidence is skyrocketing in practice, and it shows. Watching him dominate as a pass catcher, then knowing he can also run effectively with the holes Quinn Miners opens up, this kid is already making a massive impact. The energy in the locker room is electric. Even with several players dinged up, the Broncos' confidence is soaring because the Chiefs are dealing with injuries of their own. The Broncos saw how Mahomes struggled under pressure against a tough defense, proving that even the elite can be tested. Sean Payton's message is clear: yes, this is a big game, but we've played bigger. And for Broncos fans, this feels like a Super Bowl-level matchup. Sitting at 8-2, the team is firing on all cylinders, and this is just the beginning. Even if they stumble this week, there's no doubt the Broncos are built for a deep playoff run. This week's game is massive, a true test of grit, resilience, and heart, and the Broncos are ready to rise to the occasion. The Broncos might feel like they're playing with house money this week. Vegas has them as 5-point underdogs, and nobody expects them to win, but that just sets the stage for a phenomenal matchup. Denver also made a strategic move that could rattle the Chiefs. Signing Jaron Christian, a veteran who's bounced around several teams and even won a Super Bowl with the Chiefs, sent shockwaves through Kansas City. Some Chiefs creators are already speculating online that Denver is trying to intimidate Patrick Mahomes or even gain intel on play calls, but let's be real, the Broncos aren't here to cheat. Last year, when Kansas City signed Sam P. Ryan off Denver's practice squad, no one cried foul. The Chiefs are just coping with the fact that the Broncos are getting stronger. This signing also gives Denver a potential edge. The Chiefs have been dealing with some bizarre issues this season, including their starting left tackle mysteriously disappearing for 3 weeks without telling Andy Reid. Adding Christian to the roster strengthens the Broncos while exposing some uncertainty on the Chiefs' side. And then there's JK Dobbins. If he's back for this game, my confidence in the Broncos skyrockets. On a scale from 1 to 10, I'd go from a solid 7 to an absolute 10. On his podcast, Dobbins talked about his Wolverine blood, referencing how the superhero heals fast. Despite a torn pectoral, he's already pushing himself in workouts, literally doing push-ups, and proving he's on the path to return sooner than expected. That kind of determination and grit is exactly what the Broncos need heading into a game this intense. And yes, Dobbins is already showing incredible determination. He can do push-ups, he's rehabbing hard, and he's building toward a return that could change everything. On his podcast with Riley Moss, he even hinted that he'll be back soon, like a yin and yang moment for the Broncos defense. This is exactly the kind of move that could be a masterstroke by Sean Payton. The Chiefs might be expecting the Broncos to be without their Defensive Player of the Year. He didn't practice today, but the Broncos have a history of keeping their cards close to the chest. Just like when DeMarcus Ware once appeared unexpectedly after being listed on the injury report all week, shocking the Cowboys, Payton knows the power of a surprise return. Imagine this: Dobbins comes back off the top rope, fully charged, and shakes up the game against the Chiefs. It's a risk, sure, but the payoff could be monumental, knocking one of the league's best teams down and making a statement heading into the playoffs. Broncos country, there's so much to get excited about. Lil Jordan Humphrey is back. JK Dobbins isn't on injured reserve. Key players could return. This team is loaded with talent, grit, and momentum. The stage is set, and the possibilities are endless. It's time to believe.